Welcome back.
My honor to be here to say to all of you how proud we all are of you. Thank you for the joy and beauty you bring to the world.
Aww.
Your freedom of expression of yourselves in drag is what America is all about. I say that all the time to my friends in drag.
Across the country, drag queens have been targeted by multiple pieces of legislation, hoping to ban drag shows and revoke liquor licenses from venues that provide this form of entertainment. In Florida, these bills seek to potentially put a stop to even private events, such as drag brunches and events in nightclubs. Tiffany Gonzalez is a trans woman and a drag queen that performs acrobatic salsa. She's an accomplished dancer, and alongside her brother Oscar, she has participated in America's Got Talent, France Got Talent, and the drag performance circuit in Miami.
Bueno, para una persona que de pronto no sabe qué es el arte, drag, y más que todo mezclado con la salsa, es como una mezcla de muchos artes, de muchas habilidades en un solo espectáculo.
She immigrated to the States from Colombia in 2013, looking for a better life as a trans woman and drag performer. But now, she is suffering from recent legislation.
El proceso de maquillaje es un poco fuerte y varía, porque cuando de pronto no hay mucho tiempo, a veces nos toca correr y a veces tenemos que estar listas en 20 minutos. Entonces a veces toca hacer un maquillaje breve en 20 minutos. Pero normalmente uno se demora 1 hora o 1 hora y media maquillándose con un maquillaje full.
Con mi hermana, que la conexión que yo tengo con ella es única.
With the recent passing of the drag ban bill in the House, which prevents children from attending adult live performances, Tiffany and her brother Oscar, along with other drag queens, may have to start looking for jobs elsewhere. Up for discussion are the Tallahassee Senate Bill 1438 and Senate Bill 1320. The first bill revokes the license of any public lodging that admits a child to an adult live performance. This is the most pressing and concerning piece of legislation as it impacts the drag entertainment industry and shuts down venues that fail to comply.
GLAAD reported 141 incidents in 2022 of anti-LGBTQ protests and threats targeting specific drag events. And due to constant harmful rhetoric, nearly 1 in 5 of any type of hate crime is now motivated by anti-LGBTQ+ bias. Even the Walt Disney Company, with all its power, is not immune. DeSantis and Florida Republicans tried to revoke privileges Disney has had for decades at its Orlando theme park for coming out against the bill.
Ian Lattice-Chassin is the president of FIU College Republicans. He agrees with the House and Senate bills coming out of Tallahassee, as they align with his personal values.
In terms of the drag shows and that sort of thing, yeah, I don't think it's appropriate at all to have children of any age, really.
FIU College Republicans voices their support for DeSantis in their meetings and social media.
So, yeah, I don't think that's appropriate at all, especially considering... although, as far as I know, the nature of it isn't pure, or at least it's not marketed as being purely sexual. At least that's the kind of talking points. That's not what it seems to me. That's not what I see in the videos. It seems like pretty, lewd behavior generally that is going on in these drag shows. So I don't think it's appropriate at all for children.
Most of the talking points that Republicans and Lattice-Chassin repeat can be disputed, as explained by Professor Schuyler Lee Gilbert Jr. He is an academic and drag performer.
So it's pretty amazing that I would end up writing for what is perceived as a right-wing magazine online called Quillet, but that's where I write my articles now. I think this has happened to a lot of thoughtful writers, is that they've ended up because journalism is dead, number one, and because there's a certain kind of censorship going on.
Gilbert's drag name is Jane.
I didn't do drag until about 1985. And at that time, you couldn't go into a gay bar in drag in Toronto because it was a bad thing, because we were into this whole clone thing. There was a whole period of gay men have to look masculine, they have to wear work boots, they have to look like construction work.
Naomi Feinstein is a reporter for the Miami New Times and has covered LGBTQ+ issues and the happenings in Tallahassee.
And so
it seems like these things aren't going away. I Don't Say Gay was expanded into 12th grade today, like with the Board of Education passing that rule. So no, I don't. I think it's just going to be a continuation of what's been going on.
She spoke on what she sees during her reporting and the possible solutions to the problem.
I think probably the best thing to do is vote. I mean, like, I think it's gotten to the people, and I think a lot of people, like in our generation, like they're fed up. I mean, they're upset, and I think we kind of saw that in 2020, in 20, like, you know what I mean, like since President Trump. But I think the best thing that people can do is vote, and I think young people are starting to realize that to really affect change is to vote. But I think protesting, I think like there's so much power to that, and I think, yeah, I mean, just continue to speaking out. I think you really see change through that way. But I really think the most important thing is voting. And
Tiffany and Oscar won't stop dancing nor be intimidated. They need to feed their families.
Al principio son muchos nervios porque hay muchas personas que te juzgan, muchas personas que te señalan de admiración, muchas personas que se impresionan, otras que quizás se impresionan pero hacen como que no están impresionados, y entonces es muy difícil lidiar con todo el público. Pero cuando uno ya ve que el público responde de una manera genial, uno se eriza.